What's up, folks? My name is Melvin, and welcome. Glad to see you here. Glad to see you doing amazingly well. Welcome back to Victorious Visionaries. Now, what's funny was I just kind of had the instinct to create something, and I was actually going to just make a bunch of different videos, but I saw how many Victorious Visionaries I did, and I was like, you know what? I should go back to that. Let that be like my comfort zone for when I get in the mood to create. Because I did think I was going to create it every day, but kind of real life just kind of made me see like, okay, if I really want to do it every day, I'd have to like change up my schedule or do something different. It's one of those things that's just like it's tough for me, and I'm still figuring it out. But I'm more okay with that. I've more like accepted that might be the case. There we go. I think my mouth was still a little filthy. I just came from a buffet. Oh, because I was just hungry. And I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna treat myself. That's what happened. I treated myself. So yeah, I don't really have anything to say, but the way I always start each episode is I talk about why I make this, why it's important to me. So, and I'll start with the example I was just using today. Like I said, I was in a really good mood, and I thought to myself, okay, I'm gonna make something. And then I saw Victorious Visionaries, and I'm like, wait, Victorious Visionaries, like it has a meaning to it. It's important to me, you know? And when something is important to me, it makes me more more responsible for it. That like I'm gonna take good care of it, you know? So I'm kind of treating this like my creative birthing or something like that. It's my child. I'm raising it. I'm trying to raise a good show. I don't know how to make a good show. How to make one that's interesting. How to make one where I can talk to, a bunch of different people about a bunch of different topics. But I'm gonna figure it out. We'll go with the flow. See what it's all about. See kind of what it takes to do it consistently, you know? So I'm trying to develop a creative habit in a way. My cat's getting really into this toy. And it's my fault because I was cuddling him. So, it's just one of those things. Cats are weird. I've had this cat for over a year, and it's been fun. It's been a really fun time with him. It was really funny, too, because I was trying to put him on my shoulder. And then I realized to myself, like, oh, I had another pet that I put on my shoulder. So I had a bird and I had a cat, but the bird was way easier than my cat. My cat just falls off. He's so flimsy. He's like the least graceful cat you'll ever know is my boy. But he loves to play and he loves to run. He's a really good runner. He's really good jumping high. He might not always make it, but he loves just the jumping high part. So he's just like his old man in when it comes for me it's skiing, but for him it's jumping on cat beds and stuff, cat trees, all those things. Something else. So I've been getting into meditation, and it's been helping me. Like it's been and I just now caught it because I was starting slow, like just keeping it basic, but then I just was just suffering with anxiety, and I just reminded myself to breathe, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm doing it without even like realizing it." I've been like I've been doing things to help with my anxiety, and I've just been really appreciating that. And I think that's just what mental health to me is, where it's like I'm teaching my brain to do things it's supposed to already know, but just doesn't, Like our brain is supposed to be in this homeostasis. And I'm going to write that down to see if I'm using that word right. I like learning new words, but yeah, like our brain is supposed to be the tendency or relatively stable equilibrium. Okay, so yeah, I am using that word right. So our brains are supposed to be in this homeostasis, and we're just not equipped with the tools, and we're just trying to give ourselves those tools. It's also really interesting just how much of those things also brought art and creativity, because Eric Andre has actually admitted that his anxiety is like that's how he got his humor is with his anxiety. And I never saw it that way, you know? So it's like if he never had anxiety, he wouldn't have created the Eric Andre show, he wouldn't have his career. And I don't know, I just never thought of it that way. Like you're told sometimes that your quirks and your downfalls can be the birth of who you are. And it's hard to admit it until you see it. And then sometimes you see it and you're like, And that's one of the things I like about getting older. What I like about getting older is that it gives me more time. And when it gives me more time, I'm allowed to think of those things. I sometimes use this show as a crutch to like get myself into a good mood. And it doesn't work most of the time. But it does teach me some things. It teaches me one, since I can't be in a good mood, I'm gonna have to like either change strategies or just accept it. Or two, it eventually gives me like a solution. So I'm trying to think. Yeah, I was just like doing one of these episodes, and then I just stopped talking because I just wasn't in a good mood. I just stopped. I was just like, I just didn't want to say anything anymore. It was like, it was crippling, you know? It was like, I just didn't want to say anything. But me not saying anything just led to me like breathing and just like taking that time. And it ended up feeling really good. Just having that feeling, having that time to myself, you know? So I really appreciated that. I needed it. It was something I needed. I'm always looking at my hair from time to time because it's just like, just doesn't, you know? It is what it is. Hair is just it's naturally, how do you say it? Like mortal? Not mortal, but like it just has a lifespan, and the lifespan goes away sometimes. I do have a gray hair. It's like it's more visible now. It used to be like it was hard to show it to people, but like it's coming in now. My gray hair's coming in. I think that's a gray hair. It's hard to tell too because this is it's a Logitech camera, so it's like it's harder to notice with the quality of it all. But we're about to start our next segment, and I feel like it should be a staple. And it's just 5 minutes of silence. I'm just gonna sit here for 5 minutes and just kind of do nothing. And what people don't realize is that's the first step of mental health. Is just trying your hardest to just be in the moment. And then which is whatever you're thinking, whatever you're feeling, like that is just that's all right. That is okay. That is okay. It's like when you say it and you mean it and then you take a big deep breath. Oh man, it feels amazing. It feels amazing. And it does help. It helps you and helps those around them. Mental health is important. It should be part of our normal everyday routine. You shouldn't be ashamed of it. You shouldn't think it's pointless. You know, you should want to You should want to be there for other people. You want to be there for yourself. You have the opportunity to be your own soulmate. So let's begin. 5 minutes. There we go. We did it. 5 minutes. Sometimes I like to see it as like running, but like in my mind, because I'm trying to do that with running as well, where it's like I want to go longer. I want to do it more consistently. I've also noticed that when I am silent or when I'm doing these things, that I'm more silent in real life, and that's a good thing. It's a good thing to have that silence or to want it at least. Because even wanting it, I think, helps a lot. It makes me want to go on social media less, makes me want to read more. So I like that. I like that. It's weird, but like the first time in a while, I'm just recognizing all of these positive things about my life. And I knew they were there. It just didn't feel like it was there. And I'm glad I'm feeling that now. And maybe it's a temporary feeling, maybe I'll go back to my slump in a few days, but I like how I feel now. And that's really important. Oh, I guess I can talk about that. So the reason why you hear that sound in my videos is because of this chair. And that's really like my biggest flaw with this chair is that you will hear that something and I can't edit that out. So you're just going to hear it. And it's just so awkward. But I just don't feel like that's a good enough reason to get rid of this chair, Chairs are flawed, And I'm sorry. I'm sorry I can't give you a perfect video. But chairs cost money. They cost materials, Throw away this whole chair and just give it to someone else just for a chair that doesn't make sound. I don't know. I'm not picky when it comes to my stuff. You should look at my desk. My desk is the weirdest thing. It's like I have a Peter Griffin mouse pad. There's cat hair everywhere. We have 2 cats. You guys ever seen a Kung Fu Panda? And it's like, you want to know the secret ingredient in my secret ingredient soup. I can't. When I do impersonations, I can get them right, but when I can't get them right, they're just so off. Son, do you want to know the ingredient for the secret noodle soup? And he's like, what is it? Jack Black's like, what is it? See, that wasn't half bad. Sounded like Bowser right there. And then he's like, nothing. And I'm like, that's the secret ingredient for my show. This show right here. It's nothing. It's just me actually doing it for 30 minutes. That's the show. There's no secret ingredient, Half the time, I don't even know what to say. I'm just kind of going with the flow. And in the beginning, I was nervous. Actually, in the beginning, I kind of liked it because I was going like really slow and calm, and it was making me feel calm. I just wanted to like replicate in the show how I wanted to feel. But like now it's coming out more naturally. And I just think it's because of the good mood I'm in. Because if I was like working or something, it's a day off too. It's my day off. And if I was working or something and then tried to do it when I came home, like it's a lot harder because it's like I just worked for like 10 hours. So going from like that mode to like calm and chill and recording mode, it's hard. It's a very hard transition. I don't know. And then one of these episodes I played the piano. But I just got a free guitar, and I'm pretty stoked about it. So now I'm going to try to play guitar. I'm going to try to spend more time just getting into those kind of hobbies. Because those hobbies are also just pretty relaxing. Reading, playing guitar, and things like that. Like, I like editing, but I think it's just becoming it's a more stressful hobby. I'm learning now that creating videos is just a more stressful hobby. It brings a lot of stress if I don't do it properly. There's a wrong way to make videos. And the thing is, sometimes that wrong way brings a lot of good ideas, but it also brings, what do they call those? What do they call it when like YouTubers just quit, What do they call it when YouTubers... Oh, burnout. It just came to my head. Okay, yeah. So it's like, yeah, sometimes they bring great videos, but they also bring burnout. And burnout's not fun. It's not fun when you are also an adult. Maybe if YouTube was your like full-time job and burnout allowed you to I mean, I don't know, some jobs do have like mental health days. So it's like jobs just have to be more understanding of mental health. Or just life in general. Life just needs to have more mental health focus that allows you to recover from these difficult days. That's what we need. Is mental health centered days. Whoa. Oh! I heard a firework. That's why I made that sound. Oh, I'm stretching now. I ate a lot of food. I ate a mixture of a lot of things. But oh my God. I suddenly came... Ugh. So I did eat a lot of food. Oh, man. I did eat a lot of food. But I'm super chill. Oh, my God. Oh, yeah. I helped someone move yesterday. That was pretty crazy. That's another thing about this show. It's like when I do it for 30 minutes, it's sometimes a marathon. Like if I don't have topics, then it's like, what am I trying to do to like get ideas or like have ideas come to me? And then the reason why you heard me like typing and stuff like that, like I was kind of going on YouTube there, and it's like YouTube's such a bad place to get inspiration. Let's pick a good place. I know a good place now. So, because this is an idea I had, so I might still do it. We'll see. But I was thinking on one of my channels, Melvin Has No Friends, I can put, so so apparently one of the oldest advice columns is Dear Abby. I told you I ate a lot of food. Oh my God. I think that was in there for a while. I don't think I have many more like eating days like that left. I think I do need to start eating healthier too. Oh my God, because that might be why I'm so tired. All that food. Okay, so there's an advice column called Dear Abby. And yeah, I just thought maybe I will give the advice. I won't even read Abby's advice because what's the point? I want to give the advice. Abby's already giving her advice. You can read her blog if you want. But let me answer the question. Dear Abby, so instead of Abby, it's Melvin. I'll just say Dear Melvin. Dear Melvin, I am a 29-year-old housewife with a loving husband, a caring mother, and equally supportive in-laws. I'm writing because I feel useless. I don't even have a hobby I'm good at. Although I like to play music, draw, and play with cats, I don't think I'm good at any of them, despite others telling me otherwise. My friends and family are better off than I am. My friend is participating in a skating competition. My brother is working towards becoming an electrician. And my husband's first cousin is an illustrator whose book recently got published. Because of this, I have developed low self-esteem and argue with those around me. I can't afford college because I have no job. I tried applying for a few only to be turned down. Abby, I haven't accomplished anything special. All I want is to be good at something, but I'm afraid it will blow up in my face. I can't accept criticism. All right. Well, I'll tell you right now. Hold on. Oh, I'm at loss. I'm at a loss about what to do. I'm ready to give up on everything. What should I keep trying when I know I will get The same but bad results. Okay. Oh, wait. I forgot the name. Talentless in Ohio. Okay. Talentless in Ohio. So I will say there's no better person than me with this, because I feel like a lot of things you talked about I've actually kind of experienced in my life. So I've learned just through experience, through time, that when you meet enough people, you will start to find a really good thing about each of them. Like something really good. Like some people just stand out in very specific ways, in ways that sometimes they don't even notice. Like you'll just notice that. And it's just, people have a lot of talents. Like people just are talented at different things. And you know, and it's so easy to compare that to one of your talents, you know? So if you pick one of their really, really good talents and then you just pick one of your mediocre talents, then yeah, it just makes it feel like, okay, I'm subpar. I'm competing with them in my mind, because you want to be good at everything. Everyone wants to be good at everything. Like, wouldn't it be awesome? So it's like when you do that, you're just saying, oh, I'm not good at everything. Oh, that sucks. You know, so we're just putting ourselves to these really high standards, and it sucks. It sucks that we can't be good at everything, but it also sucks that we gave ourselves a lose-lose situation. I also think that when people think in this manner, it's their anxiety kind of thinking worst case scenario. Because I will analyze some of the things that were said. So I can't afford college because I have no job. Who said you had to go to college? Who told you you didn't need a certificate that you can get online? Like who's saying you had to go to college? To like, you're not even saying what you want to go to college for. You're just saying college. And it's like, I trying to think of something else. You said you just want to be good at something, but it's like, what's stopping you? I guess that's what I'm trying to get at. Is that you're not really giving things that are stopping you. So it's like, my brother's working towards becoming an electrician, and my husband's first cousin is an illustrator whose book recently got published. Despite my friends are better off than I am. My friend is participating in a skating competition. Like, who says you need to compete in a skating competition? Who says you need to be an electrician? I mean, everyone wants to be better off. I mean, that one's the most relatable. And then who says you need to illustrate a book? So, to my second point is we discriminate normality, I think, too much in a way. I think that's kind of why social media is considered toxic in some ways, is because we're trying to pick out a lot of our good traits, make them stand out. And if people notice any bad trait of ours, then we have given up. We should surrender. Take me in. Take me to jail. Ah. Oh. Oh, I was trying to crack my back there. Oh. But it kind of worked in that analogy. So I totally relate to this. It's hard. Everyone's great. All I can say is that when you really want to do something and you take the time to do it, you will start to appreciate the hard work you put in. That won't matter in a little bit. So something else I've done was I've tried to lose weight, and I was like, at my biggest, I was like 285. And the first month I tried to lose weight, it was like I went to the gym. I was trying to go every day, but it was like, it ended up being like around 20 days. But even in those 20 days, I lost like 12 pounds. And I was like, whoa, like I did not expect someone who didn't know how to exercise to just lose 12 pounds. Like it was something I really, really wanted to do. And when I put only the information that I knew, I was impressed. So if there's something you really, really want to do and you take the time to do it, you will impress yourself. You won't. So I'm trying to maybe compare this. So it's like, okay, maybe you're not writing a book, but if you try to write 10,000 words, like if you actually like try to put the effort to write 10,000 words, all right? Like even if it takes you like a week, you're going to be like, "Wow, I wrote 10,000 words. Like I wasn't able to do that before." It takes time. It's like building, like an anthill or something. It just, doesn't look like anything the first the moment you start, but as you continue along, it gets better. So, Useless in Ohio. I'm not the best at like making my points, but I hope you got something out of it because I do relate to what you said. I really want to see you succeed. And yeah, just if you want to see Abby's version, go to the Dear Abby thingy. But this was my advice, mine. I still didn't look at it. So I don't know what she wrote and said. It was my advice. Okay. Thank you guys so much for listening. You guys take care.